and why I removed the prosecutor. As a family, we decided to send Usiyabonga, my cousin. We sent him to Gauteng to meet with the DPP, Mr. Chauke. And DPP said, those two investigators that were appointed by Minister of Police, they have been removed from the case. They appointed, he said, Mr. Chauke said, him and the Police Commission, National Commissioner, they appointed new investigating officers. Loko kodwa thina besingakwazi siumndeni. Even namanje, we are not clear about that. Inkinga siyabona manje ukuthi there is no problem in the SAPS because the SAPS has done everything. The problem is with the NPA. NPA yona esinikeza inkinga. Sifuna ukudirector lenkulumo yethu namhlanje. We want to direct lenkulumo to the President and the Minister of Police. Ukuthi bangenelele kule cala leli. Utholakala ukuthi why NPA bengakwazi ukuthi ba prosecute le case. Or else i-AfriForum izothatha over. And sengike ngayicontact i-AfriForum, they are willing to assist. They are willing to assist abadlali bazobopha nje futhi. Uzoboshwa la ngekudlala. Okunye ngitholile u-AfriForum isitshele ukuthi there's one guy, an Indian guy. He said he's the one who's been appointed in this case. He said he wants to have a meeting with the AfriForum. Yasimangaza lokuthi lo muntu lo uthi appointiwe yokubona ne-AfriForum engakaza khulume nathi sumndeni kanjani. Bafuna ukuthatha esinye isikhathi futhi manje uphele eminye iminyaka lo muntu uhlala le-Eastern Cape. A guy from Eastern Cape, he doesn't even know Force Loras. It's going to take him maybe 2 years to find out where the scene of crime is. It will take him another 5 years to find the witnesses. No, they are wasting our time. Badlala ngathi ayikho lento yenzakala. Sifuna justice. Sifuna justice. Bengizacela ukuthi Usiyabonga acacise kakhulu ngaloko akukhuluma no Mr. Chauke lapha eGoli nje bayesihambele.
Ngiyabonga Sifiso. Igama lami nguSiyabonga ngwami umzala kaSifiso. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi kuzokhumbuleka ukuthi this case kusakhona ubaba ngo2014 sacela abaka Magma ukuthi bayos investigatela. And abaka Magma babuya oshahidi bathi they were never given an opportunity to do investigation. They were not even allowed to go in a scene of crime or in the scene of crime, and they suspect ukuthi there is no one who came inside the house and pulled the trigger, but everyone was inside the house. Ngokwe observation yabo. We then from there decided to go to Johannesburg. Reading from the media, which some police officials are taking out the case, and then we asked those. We managed to trace and locate those police who were taken off the case, and we interviewed them. We said, why guys are you being taken out of the case? They said, Sivaliwe to talk about the case because our perspective says Uguti, there is no one who entered the house at that particular time. Was it to no. Let's take these guys out of the investigation. Up until to fast forward, ngomhla ka-2, I was sent by Sifiso Noma to Johannesburg to meet DPP uChauke. To my surprise, washesha nje to receive the invite here. So I said, no, we must come up. Then I came up. DPP Chauke said to me, on record, we have a recording, yeah, look, even though singing is a keep a mind. But we do have a recording. He says him, DPP Chauke, Deputy JJ Detroit. Actually, there is another recording of JJ Detroit saying ukuthi same statement which corresponds to Chauke the head, not Gertrude Mokel. Yes. They are convinced ukuthi there is no one who entered the house. The shooter was inside the house. But bona, they provide prosecutorial guidance to the SAPS. Chauke, he is on record saying ukuthi him as a head of DPP in Gauteng, they are convinced ukuthi the shooter was inside the house. He even demonstrated the way umfowethu alimala ngayo. Because that was presented to him by the investigating officers lawa ashos umfowethu's face. Those investigators were appointed in November 2018. They concluded their investigation in February. When they concluded the investigation, they took the very same docket, the second docket that they've made. They presented it to Chauke because we always call them to do a follow-up regarding the case. Chauke didn't know, which is telling me a statement that I know because we communicate with the investigators with what is happening. As my brother has said, they even told us, no, on the 3rd of May, JJ Detroit has appointed a prosecutor by the name of Advocate Nzuki. I'm saying this because today I was called by Shamila Patoy. And Shamila Patoy confirmed ukuthi in the case there was Advocate Nzuki. But to my surprise, Chauke never mentioned any Advocate Nzuki. If you want, we can play the recording. I don't mind. But he said, who advocates Chauke, the case has been taken to national by instruction of Shamila Patoy. I've got my SMS I can show you, communicating with Shamil. Shamila today, she says to me, there are no investigators which were taken out the case. There's still those old 4 investigators and this guy by the name of Nzuki. But she only know 3 names of the investigators. Yes, 4 it doesn't know. But DPP that reports to Chamila, she says him and the deputy and Gertrude, they made a recommendation to change these guys. And there's this guy who always keep popping up, Actual Perumal. He even said the new investigators is Carlos and Naidu. I think on the recording he's saying it's Carlos and Naidu. And I'm asking, give me the numbers. He doesn't want to give me the numbers. And then when you ask for a file and then a name of Brigadier Perumal pops up, and then I was like, who's Brigadier Perumal? And he said, no, he's the guy who's been appointed to investigate. And then I've managed to trace Brigadier Perumal. And then he said, no, Yena is not appointed, but he's giving a fresh perspective because he was appointed by to give a fresh, yes, commissioner. Fresh perspective. I then said, no, DPP, I thank you for your information. I then called the investigators that have given us a brief to arrange for a meeting. I called Undosi to arrange for a meeting. I called Shamila, the DPP, to arrange the meeting. I tried to allocate Chauke. And then I think it was a day when the Nigerian president was here. And Ndosi cancelled a dinner to meet me. And when I introduced Perumal, he was surprised. He was surprised. And Nami, I was surprised. And when I finished a meeting, Nondosi, I met with the investigators. And the investigators didn't know, Guti, they are no longer in the case. They didn't know. I tried to contact the other one. Even his phone today is still off. But what was strange is that Brigadier Perumal said, no, I'm not handling the case. But he was the one who went to DPP's office and took the case, the docket, the first docket, and gave it to Gininda. Gininda has been in the case since 2014 on the first day. You understand? But to our surprise, they do not want to use the second docket that is there. Because there is a second docket that the new investigators has opened, that the one that they want to use. The one that Chauke was telling us about. Because you, as a media of the media, there is a guy who was arrested for a wrongful arrest, and they said, when we were watching on the media, they are in the verge of breakthrough. That was done on the 13th of May, the lawsuit against the NPA and the police. JJ Detroit and the SAPS, they met on the 14th, and they said they cannot compensate that guy because they are in a verge of breakthrough. Gule case lega sense. We don't know. We need them to explain that. Mabeti, they are in a verge of breakthrough. What they meant. Because they are sure, Guti. Chauke is sure, Guti, the people who are inside the house, they are lying. He said that. The DPP of Gauteng. He said the people in the, the guy will sit like this. As you know, the boys in the house in KZN, they are lying. They are all liars. They need to be arrested. That's how he talks. But look, we are sitting with a case with no prosecutor, and Shamila doesn't know nothing. There was even correspondence which was sent to her, Shamila. We've got the proof. An email was sent to Shamila reporting the DPP of Gauteng would in interference in this case. But she never responded. I sent the Minister of Justice SMSs because when I went to Joburg, he was out in Thailand or somewhere. I've got SMSs here saying, please, I have information regarding the Senzo Meyiwa case that I want to bring to your attention. For the past 4 months, we've been doing that, Nosfis, but there's no response. So basically, that's what they sent me for to Gauteng, and we came with the information, and the information is here, but they choose to do nothing.
We don't need another investigators. We are it's right in Alababacon. It's right. Omunye uzongena nje uzokona icase uzoyidelay asimfuna omunye umseshi. It's right.
So, I think we got it from the family. If you still have questions that you want to ask, we'll allow like 10 minutes or so to address those questions to members of the media who still want clarity. Otherwise, if it's clear.
Can I add another thing? Yeah.
The last time.
Let me add this. And if kungenzeki lutho, if kungekho umnyakazo owenzakalayo, we've got people, ama-organization outside South Africa who are willing to assist. Lento ngeke isavimbe, akekho ozoyivimba. Bazoboshwa lapho, asidlali, bazoboshwa. Akekho ozoyivimba. They killed my brother. They killed my father. Ngeke bangenze lutho mina. They won't ngibulala uNkulunkulu engakayiqedi into angilethele yona emhlabeni. Angeke bangenze lutho. Angeke baze basiqede. Angeke baze basiqede. Lento izokwenzeka. Bacathi noma bangaba nemali engakanani. Lento le ayisebenzi. I don't care ukuthi ba connected kangakanani. I don't care ukuthi bazibani. I don't care banemali engakanani emabank. Busy, bafihla. One man.
Okay.
One man who shot my brother because abaningi there's this one man busy bamfihla bamnabelisa bonke labantu. Ukwanda kwalabantu. Ukwanda kwalento. The more be delay case the more abantu abaningi bezoboshwa la. Futhi kube kwaboshwa ngaseqaleni icase isanda wenze ngabe bancane abantu ababoshwa. Kodwa manje ngoba baningi abale beyivimba icase. Bonke laba bayivimba icase yaba add. We've got records. Sazi yonke into ayikho into esingayazi. Sazi yonke into. Bazoboshwa la badlala.
I just need to check your last communication with the police minister. I remember when in July when your Baba passed on, the minister came here and he also committed himself that the team is working around the clock. Soon they will make an arrest and they will work with the family. They will keep on updating the family. What has been the latest? What did he say so far?
Inkinga kube labashushisi. Inkinga uthe usazoxhumana noPatoyi because kunenkinga kwa prosecution. Inkinga ivimbe lapha kwa prosecution. Because ithimba lakho Minister of Police lisebenzile laqeda, liqedile. Kodwa wasithembisa wathi uzoboshwa. Kodwa inkinga kusala lapha kwa prosecution. Ilapho nje la ibambe khona.
Maybe to add in what Usfiso is saying. Let's be clear. There are two dockets. Yes. There are two dockets. And there's a problem between Minister no Kehlas Toll. And Tina, we has nothing to do with that. We just want justice. You understand? Because I asked to Shamila Patoyi, maybe mhlampe I should read it to you so that kungeke kube ngathi mhlampe. Hi, I'm from the DPP ministers meeting, and I met with the minister regarding Senzo Meyiwa case. Your name came up. I would like to ask for a meeting before we can even go to the media. This was sent on the 3rd of May. Our last communication, Shamila, was today. Only to find Utu Shamila will respond to Gumina today because some of you guys have sent questions to her. And she asking me, which I must bring information to her. Yet for her, it's a matter of taking a phone, calling DPP as a Gauteng Chauke. I even asked her, are you scared of Chauke? And she didn't answer for 15 seconds. And she said, no. Unzuge has been given letters. Nzuge fears for his life. I met Unzuge because I knew Nzuge was there. Nzuge feared for his life. He was given letters to sign. He must never speak about this case. Nzuge was demoted from wherever, like demoted Con. We don't know what will happen to that guy today. We don't know what will happen to us. We don't know what will happen to these people. If someone who made an oath of office would say, I will prosecute my family, my mother, is scared because of one man. Who's Chauke? Is he bigger than the soil? Is he bigger than the republic? I don't know. But, the bottom line, Ndosi and the SAPS have completed the case. They were finished in February. Yes. So if you ask Ndosi why they don't get a prosecutor, why the prosecutor, he will say, no, that is up to Shamila. But that's the capture. You know, in the media, you've heard about Chauke.
Kosikona Duma from Eyewitness News. Mr. Spiso, when you say laba bazoboshwa, are you referring to people who were inside the house on the day that Senzo was killed?
I'm referring to laba ababecindezela case lamaphoyisa la uqala la bevimba case ukuthi ingaqhubeki because bebazi ukuthi kwenzakalani. Most yawo amaphoyisa oqala investigate le case abedlala ngathi bengafuni ukwenza umsebenzi.
Yes.
Yiwona ngirefer kubona. And they are going inside. Inyembezi sayikhala la ekhaya bazoyikhala nabo. Ziyeze makubo manje.
And
they are going inside.
And to
it's a promise. They are going inside. It's a promise. Nalabe khona bangibhekile man. They are going inside. I'm not bonke kodwa most of them they are going inside. And we even know khona sebe retire, khona sebe resignile emsebenzini amanye amaphoyisa ayifika la ekhaya izodlala ngathi esenza ilimi ethaphenya. Amanye sephumile le case. Abanye ngibatshela information bavele bangihleka. Ngibabonga lo muntu ngimtshela information ebaleka kangaka avela ngihleka ngabonga ngathi halo udlala ngathi usikelem lo muntu. Udlala ngathi.
And if you can recall in 2014 they appointed 40 top police including general that those 40 people were led by I think it was Shibiri and Modise. So if this case from Fosloras, they had employed 40 top police officials, they failed. Even Undos, he told me, Uguti, he called all of them inside the house and they were fighting. They were fighting alone. The SAPS officials, which we're supposed to have concluded this case if you, so and so, didn't do 1 or 2 or 3. And then we say we have a justice system and we're supposed to feel safe. Are we even safe from here? In this country of our own? I don't know. Angas.
Maybe just, are you at liberty to disclose those organizations who say are willing to help in this case?
No, not for now. Okwamanje ngisikwazi ukwa disclose.
If there is no question, that concludes the business of the day.
So, Klophe, ngicela ukulungisa la. The team was headed by General Sinon. I think it was General Sinon. Yes, the 40 guys.
Siyabonga bafowethu for your time. Sibonga nayo family ukuthi inikeze isikhathi. It is painful ukuthi we're going to 26 again. Kusanje 26 October.
No, we're going to go across it just now.
So Melo
yeah, so let's go like space.
Yeah, I'm going to do it.
No, I got something crossing.
So into la que plan. I'm not sure Bambi the land. I think it's a matter of
Okay, just leave the way.
Don't get this, please. Where?